After quite a delay, the SFL Minor League is back in service. Week 7 of the SFLm Season 9 season is back tonight. Gerald, we've got the Albuquerque Adams here in Lexington facing the Lexington Miners, not to be confused with their SFL Major League variant. This is the minor league variety of both of these teams. Independent rosters. You'll see some familiar faces. Definitely some players from the SFL developmental team that'll be on some of these rosters. We've got some new rookies. We've got some returning SFLm players. Gerald, we got a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. I know you've already been looking at the rosters, trying to come up with some nicknames.
Oh, yeah, we sure do. This is what I call the nickname games right here. It's the SFLm. Look, and it's going to be something good because this is where the next crop of talent comes from each and every season. We're always excited about it to see, all this, new talent come through and how they're going to perform in the minors and how this is going to shape their careers, their future pro careers.
Yeah, and also with the developmental players that you may see them, you may hear from them on the SFL teams, but usually they're in the backup roles. They're the lower rated players. They're a little bit less skill, and then they get their time to showcase their talents here in the minor league, which is always exciting to see play out. So Albuquerque's going to start with the football. We'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. That's where Roquan Dots, number 17, the quarterback for Albuquerque, will come out onto the field. And behind Dots at running back, you got Jacob Morrison.
Heard of him.
Yeah, I've heard of him once or twice too. Listen, I'm going to call this as impartial as possible, but Morrison is my guy. Mexico City Aztecs number 2 halfback, getting his time to show his talents. Here's the number 1 back for the minor league Albuquerque Adams. He picks up 7 on the first carry for Albuquerque. We've also got Michael Goodman at wide receiver and Clarence Lee. Tyler Gregory is the tight end and Mango Moody at left guard.
Speaking of a good guy, Tyler Gregory, know him very well too.
Yeah, developmental player from Louisiana. 3rd down and 1 coming up. A run from Morrison's backup, setting up Albuquerque with 3rd and short.
Yeah, and look, and this is where you're going to see right here, probably Morrison kind of come back in and show what he's learning under a player like Ray Bentley right here, and look at him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So just a little, since I have the inside scoop, Jacob Morrison was a wide receiver for the Las Vegas Fury, and when the Mexico City Aztecs absorbed a good chunk of Las Vegas's roster when they decided to close up shop, we brought Jacob Morrison in, and Morrison was slotted to be one of our wide receivers, but he was pretty far down the depth chart. And then I said, if you want to switch your player, you can switch yourself over to a halfback and start developing in that role and be Ray Bentley's backup. He was very eager to take on that role, and it's taken some time to develop him, but he has been working hard this season and getting himself in a position where he's going to give old man Bentley a run for his money come seasons coming up.
Yeah, maybe Bentley need to hang up his shoes. He can't quite hit the defenders like he used to back in the day.
Yeah, whereas Morrison, he's just learning how to do it. The 3rd down and 9 coming up for Albuquerque. From the 39-yard line, Dots rolls out right, looking downfield, throws all the way back across to the left and can't connect. Tried to hit number 81 there, 4th down and 9.
Dots probably had a better chance of picking it up had he kept rolling out and actually took off running instead of throwing across his body. That was a very, very long throw. Took time, it allowed the defenders time to actually converge on the ball and potentially, and as you saw, they hit the receiver right as they hit his hands and able to knock the ball to the ground. But he had so much room on that side. It was wide open on the run. He just chose not to.
First drive ends in a punt. Now Lexington will get their first crack at it, as that ball is returned up to the 30-yard line. Injury on the play. See who's injured.
What's up with that jacket? The brown jacket.
I don't know. Do you have something against brown jackets?
No, man. If you look at it, it's like typically you don't see anybody wearing their like suede brown jacket on the sideline. So usually it's like a team color thing or a league color
Not
thing.
That guy.
So he coming in looking. He must be waiting. There's a date he's got after this, or had one before this. I don't know.
Maybe the jacket was a birthday gift from mom. Who knows? He's just that's what he's wearing.
It's not a birthday gift. He's looking for a lady friend.
Ethan Flowers, quarterback for Lexington, is able to connect with Alexander West, the 6'4", 235-pound target from the Lexington Major League team, coming down to the minors, also on the developmental team. And he's come a long way too, Gerald. You know, I remember, I think it was the beginning of last SFL season. You know, he was playing for Tulsa, obviously now Lexington in the majors. You really didn't see his number called all that much, and now he's a key figure on the Lexington major squad.
Yeah, in our pregame meeting, we actually was pointed out that he didn't get his due for a fake punt that was done.
Well, there was that. Yeah, there was a big catch he made to set up, the game-winning field goal, and the analyst on that game just totally missed the opportunity to highlight that call.
What a scrub!
That's what I'm saying. But
what a scrub!
It was such an amazing fake punt that
the dude was a loser. He's got to focus on the game.
He just had to get caught back up. That's all. You got Ethan Flowers rolling out to the right. Oh, throws an interception. It's picked off going back the other way for Albuquerque, and they'll get the ball right at Lexington's 42-yard line. Talacarne getting the pick, and Albuquerque takes back over.
Yeah, and what a way for him to get right there. He kind of read it in zone coverage and was actually covering two people right there, being able to play that zone and also keep his eye on the quarterback and have the being able to recognize where the ball was coming off his coverage on the route that was a little bit shorter, right? And being able to make the move and pick it off. And now they've got the ball in Lexington territory.
Dots from the 42-yard line under center. First down and 10, Albuquerque. He will throw, chucks it down to Morrison behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be caught for a loss of 4. Got to talk to Jacob about just accidentally dropping those. Casper Haddock with the tackle. I know you already came up with a nickname for Haddock.
Because he is big as he is. As we know, Haddock is a fish. He is now known as Casper Big Fish Haddock. And he's a big man at 6'6", 253.
I don't think I've seen an inside linebacker quite that big. 6'6", 253. And he can move. You just saw how quick he got back there to tackle Morrison for the loss. The big fish with the big TFL. They're down and 11.
And this is a trick. Look, they had a third down living last time, and actually Dots had the time, had an opportunity to run out and roll out for the first down. He chose to throw the pass, so we're going to see how we're going to approach it here.
4 receivers, Dots under pressure. He's sacked, brought down back in Albuquerque territory. A big TFL that time. Barron went with the tackle. There's another big guy, Gerald, 6'7", 290.
290 on the defensive end. What a big man. But look, I'm going to credit the DBs in the Lexington the secondary being able to keep that coverage on there while those guys got there. But I think what happened, it was also on that side, it was a breakdown and a screen pass. It looked like they were trying to run as well, and Lexington was right on top of it to shut it down.
So no harm, no foul on that interception as Lexington gets the ball back at their own 22-yard line. Ethan Flowers is the quarterback for Lexington. Got Deion James at halfback. Kajiro Rivers is the fullback. Casey Mack, Alexander West, John Olette, and C.J. Parrish are the wide receivers. You got Jimmy Wint at tight end and the left tackle, Landon Stone. First down and 10, Miners. Short drop for Flowers, throws over the middle. That one is incomplete, trying to get it back out to Alexander West. Couldn't quite do it. Let's look at the Albuquerque defense. You got Lucas Gilbert and Seth Harrison at the defensive end position, Eli Calvert at defensive tackle. The linebackers, Seth Berlin, Dylan Bamsler, and Sonny Sky. And the secondary, Dustin Zakasi, Maxwell Quimby, Dondis Talacarne, who you saw get that pick, and Sullivan Tyson. Pass down the right sideline. That one is caught, climbing the ladder. Parrish with the catch.
Wow, what a catch right there. Being able to go up and grab it and being able to pull it down too. So, and he is another returning player, right, that actually plays for the Major League Lexington squad as well. So coming down right here, getting some reps for him and being able to make some good things happen.
Through the first 6 games of the minor league season, which seems like it was 5 years ago, 507 yards on 33 receptions for Parrish. As we see, I think the first run of the night for Lexington, Gian James picking up 5. Gerald, this break that we had in the minor league season, just had to sneak a whole major league season in the middle. It feels like it was forever ago that we started season 9.
It does. It's kind of it's a thing, and this is the second stage of it. If I'm not mistaken, it's the second stage of it. So here we are, right here. Look, and it's gonna look, and I like the fact that the way it's structured, right? You can have that first half and the second half, and culminating to something really, really big. So it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
Alex West recently named the new commissioner of the SFL minor league. I was talking to him the other day about plans going forward, and he's got a lot of exciting ideas. And listen, if anybody's heard vile, awful rumors that maybe the minor league's going away, you couldn't be further from wrong. Minor league is here. It's here to stay. It's here to get even better than it's ever been. And looking forward to see what Alex brings to the table and what he does for it.
And everybody knows that, hey, my revs are a thing. Do I revive something and go in the minors?
you let that 2-legged green horse run off into the wild.
Hey, not him. I can't bring him back. He
gone. I saw him running off, and he gone. I think he tripped over a stick and fell.
Probably like I'm finally free.
I'm no longer stuck in this circle. No, no gain on the play. Second down and 10. Yeah, the minor league's a great thing. It's a great opportunity for new broadcasters to showcase their talents. We've got a couple new names that I think people will be excited to hear are going to be calling games, and we'll showcase them in week 2. That pass is incomplete. Great opportunity for players that are lower on the depth chart in the main league to get out here on the field and see their players doing their thing. And of course, a landing spot for the incoming rookies to, show what they can do and potentially, get drafted to a major league team. All around, the minor league is, a great opportunity. It's also a good opportunity for teams that ultimately move the whole team up into the majors, as, we saw from Nashville and Albuquerque and Lexington and Pittsburgh. All teams that were in the minors and now are going to be completing this minor league season under these brands, and some of them will go away, as we gear up for season 10 of the minor league.
Yeah, and Chicago is one as well that kind of rebranded themselves, right? Formerly Seattle, and they rebranded to the Chicago brand, kept the Chicago Warriors, different type of, color scheme and
much to your dismay. Yeah.
It's got to be the bomb pots.
7-yard pickup over the middle. Second down and 3. Lexington on a good drive as we're just sitting here rambling on about nonsense. Lexington's like, hey, we're gonna play some football.
Yeah, they're doing it, and they're just like, hey, look, we just seen our team kind of get through in the majors and kind of make the playoffs. And look, and they're sporting a really good record right here at 5-1.
Yeah,
on the second half of this season 9.
James gets all the way up. 1 yard shy of the line to gain. Third down and 1.
We're going to see right here too. Look, I mean, they got and they got a couple of good people right here, and and Deion James and Kajoro Rivers right here. I'd like to see the fullback get a touch. I don't think we've seen him get a touch yet today.
We have not, unless it was when we weren't paying attention, which is entirely possible.
Likely.
Amateurs. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 1. Flowers hands it off, finding his way through. James gets the first down and a little bit more. First down and goal for Lexington. Still scoreless in this one.
Yeah, look, and they're making their way down right here, right? And they're actually showing why they've been really good over the first half, right? Only having one loss over the first 6 games that they had right here, and they're actually showing it right here, going down and methodically just moving down the ball. And Albuquerque seemingly doesn't have quite an answer for them.
Bottled up that time at the line as Sullivan Tyson from Baltimore comes in, makes the tackle for Albuquerque. 2nd down and goal for the Miners.
This 2nd and goal, I guess that was somewhat of a little bit of a tackle for loss for a half a yard.
Roll out
What a
left.
block.
Throws end zone, caught, and it's in. Touchdown. We'll see what the flag is.
Gotta be a hold. Ineligible downfield. I gotta see this.
Yeah, indeed. Number 62, ineligible player downfield. That's Landon Stone, their left tackle.
Wow. And he's got some experience.
Yeah, we'll see him right here. He's blocking.
Oh, come on. You don't call that.
Yeah, that's...
You don't call... He pancaked this guy.
Yeah, he pancake blocked him past the line of scrimmage. So Landon, you blocked too well, sir. He blocked too good. That's terrible. Take 6 points right off the board.
Well, you need to take that darn ref off the field because that was a great block, and that's how you reward the guy. You throw a penalty on him. Come on.
Yeah, that's terrible. Now 3rd and goal from the 15. So we go from having a touchdown to 2nd and goal from the 15, incomplete pass. Now 3rd and goal, 15 yards out. That's a huge swing.
Yeah, and that was ref R11. I'm gonna be watching him from now on. Let's not promote him to the majors, Cameron.
Yeah, no, that was questionable at best. See, we'll see after this here. 3rd and goal towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Pass broken up. Dustin Sakasi breaks up the pass, and they're gonna have to settle for a field goal.
This. I felt like it's just shouldn't have been, right? Alexander West should have actually had his touchdown because he didn't catch it of a very good play, very good block. And I actually mentioned on that same play on the rollout, you had a very good block on the edge to for one of the other minor players to pancake another guy. And then Landon Stone gets penalized for doing his job about as best you can. That's what offensive linemen live for, the pancake move, and then he gets the flag thrown.
So what I was going to say before that 3rd down play is when it comes to rules, whether it's rules, laws, policies, you name it, the way that I always look at it is you have the letter of the law and you have the spirit of the law. At least that's what I was taught back in the day. And per the letter of the law, that means enforcing it exactly as written. So per the letter of the law, was that technically an ineligible downfield? Yeah. He was past the line of scrimmage, and he's not supposed to be. The spirit of the law, he's not supposed to block downfield. He's not supposed to go downfield to block is what I should say. He's not supposed to run 5 yards downfield, then block. But starting the block and then falling past the line of scrimmage, that's not what the spirit of that rule is. And ultimately, the ref should not have called that. But we're really nitpicking now. So, Dots up top. Morrison getting the 1st down. Attaboy.
Yeah, but you just say that name a little bit different, right?
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
It gets thrown out there. Look, and he does a good route. I mean, you can show his progression that he's made in the pros, right? Being able to catch that, and Dots hit him right where he needed to, in stride. He didn't have to really slow down at all, and then he turned on the Jets and able to pick up the 1st down. So, and they're approaching midfield.
Got some great speed. He's got some great strength, break tackle ability. That's the 1st quarter in the books. 3-0 Lexington out in front over Albuquerque. You're watching the SFL Minor League on YouTube. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Appreciate everybody joining us in the chat, watching the game with us. You got Chad Stinson. You got Dustin Sikoski. Got Don't Tread on Me, 7777777. I think I got the right number there. Henry Jones, Demond Simeon in the house. Ethan Flowers, Wade Phillips, Iggy. I guess it's like Madonna. He's only got the one name. Got Grandpa Shine in the house, too. Look at Morrison. Picks up another 1st down. You see him hiding there? Swole Adventures?
Yeah, I see.
Swole what do you think that means? Is like, is he going on adventures to just like get pumped or something? Like, like he's swole. That means you're like jacked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going on like, was he just go on adventures to like lift weights?
Get beefed up, I guess. I don't know. I'm too lazy for that.
Yeah, we are not swole.
I'm not going on swole adventures.
Dots, look at that throw downfield. That one's incomplete. Trying to connect deep to Clarence Lee. So Sakasi in the chat says, I guess rules aren't rules is what you're saying. Negative.
That's exactly what you said.
That's not at all what I said.
Rules
I said
aren't
there's
rules.
the spirit of a rule and the letter of the rule. The letter of it means following it exactly verbatim as written. The spirit of it means applying the rule as it was meant to be applied. It's two different things. The rule's still the rule, but you're not. It's not. It shouldn't have been flagged. I stand by it.
I like making up the rules as you go. There's another pancake right there.
Morrison,
Morrison
breaking tackles, getting all the way down to the 30-yard line. Swole Adventure says
Mango
sure.
Moody. Watch Mango Moody right. Oh, I wanted a replay. Mango Moody destroyed someone.
Got the Lake Man in the chat. We got Gatsby. I guess I'm saying that right. Michael Goodman. All sorts of people here. Tune in to find out, says Swole Event. Tune in to what? Does he got a show? I'll watch the show. 1 yard pickup now. 2nd down and 9 is Albuquerque trying to answer Lexington's field goal.
I gotta hit that. I gotta hit that subscribe button on Swole. I gotta see what kind of adventure she got.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you.
I'm not.
I don't know about these adventures. Dots back to throw over the middle. That one's incomplete. 3rd down and 9. You got the big fish breaking up a big pass.
Big fish comes through there and be able to break up the pass. But this is a huge 3rd and 9 right here for them because it doesn't seem like they have any kind of a studly kicker, right? On their squad, so they're going to have to pick up a little bit more yards, I do believe, to be able to get it in there. So we're going to see how Dots is going to approach it.
Dots, deep drop, quickly gets it out to Morrison. Fumbles the ball, and it is turned over to Lexington. A huge drop by Morrison, and Lexington capitalizes.
Popped out right there by Jacob Morrison, just falled out right there. Look, hit him right here. And the big fish did not miss his opportunity to scoop it up. That was like some bait as it fell down. He scooped it up real fast.
He ate that bait quick.
And here we are, and now they got back. That was an opportunity right there. If Morrison could have held on to the ball, he may have had a shot at getting the 1st down.
So apparently Casper Haddock in the chat is Don't Tread on Me 777777. And I don't know if he likes his nickname Big Fish. He's threatening physical violence. Flowers connects to Parrish. Parrish down the right sideline. Gets all the way up to the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10 Lexington. He claims his nickname is the Ghost, but we definitely did not give him that nickname.
No, you can't choose your own nickname.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Yeah, when you're out in public, you're subject to the public to give you a nickname that's appropriate.
Listen, when you're
friends and family can call him the Ghost.
Oh, for sure.
He's
teammates.
He's the big fish.
I mean, we're just calling it like we see it. His name's Haddock. He's 6'6", 250. He's a big fish.
Yeah, very, very. And we don't mean that in any kind of negative manner.
It's not. No, absolutely.
I wish I was called a big fish.
I mean, I can call you a big fish if it'll make you feel better. It's not really applicable.
Not at all. Short, stubby guy is maybe call me Stubby or something. That'll work.
I mean, it's better than just assigning him a name like Grandpa, like you did to poor Aquana Shine.
Nice. Poor Aquana. No, he's a very large man. Nothing about him is poor. And you see him play on the field as well. So
2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Play action. Oh! Sacked. Perella just crushes him. 5-yard loss, 3rd down and 15.
He just came in and just kind of destroyed it. Look, right there, just put the spin move right there on the offensive lineman. He just couldn't do nothing. Ethan Flowers had no way of getting out of that at all.
Third and 15 from the 44 wide receiver set. Pass down the middle, connects with West and gets the 1st down. Wow, impressive converting that 3rd and long.
And that's Alexander West right there, being able to come up with a big catch right there on 3rd and 15. And he's actually got himself a first down, able to reset the downs after that 3rd and long.
First down and 10 from the 23-yard line. High formation now for Lexington, out in front by a field goal, in control of this one so far, but very low scoring game. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. That pass broken up by Bamsler, a little off target, 2nd down.
Yeah, but they're still in good shape right here, right? Because they got themselves in a situation now right there, right here on the outside of the 20-yard line, right? And inching themselves there. They're not in any panic at all. And, you know, being able to have the somewhat of a run game and the pass game, you know, they have some really good wide receivers right here. So they're not panicking at all.
Flowers pirouettes in the backfield and then throws the ball, tries to get it out to Parrish, but the pass is incomplete. Sakase in coverage, 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, look, and it's very, very good coverage right here. Now, Albuquerque has themselves in a situation similar to what they were just a few plays ago, where, you know, they got themselves in a 3rd and long type situation, and now they have an opportunity to stop them to force another field goal to keep it to a 1-score game.
4 wide receiver set on 3rd down and 10. Converted a 3rd and 15 earlier and almost throws an interception. It brings up a 4th down, and we'll have to see, you know, that traditionally this would be within field goal range, and it looks like they do have their field goal kicker out there. Minor league kickers a little bit less leg power than some of the guys up in the bigs. This one from 40 straight in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I don't think they should. It seems quite easy on the surface here. And got it.
Yeah.
But on that last play, Sullivan Tyson came in and made a very, very good play, just cutting it off right there from the safety position on 3rd down, and they knocked the ball to the ground.
6-0. Lexington now leading by a little bit more. 6:45 to go here in the first half, and Albuquerque will get another shot at it. We've seen Albuquerque, you know, have to punt one away. They fumbled one away. See if they can get a good drive going. They've had some nice drives, and they have a nice kick return here, getting it up to the 44-yard line. You know, they've had a couple of drives going, but then they just ended up either stalling out or, you know, Morrison with the untimely drop.
Yeah, and that was their best drive of the game right there. Been able to get, you know, hopefully get points off the board, because I do think that on that last drive before Morrison fumbled, they were in themselves in a position to be within field goal range, to potentially tie it up at worst, right? But it turned into a fumble right there. And now, you know, the good thing is that they're still only down 1 score. They can put a touchdown up, right, and it gets themselves ahead, pinning the extra point.
Offset eye is the pitch to Morrison. They're actually marking with a 1-yard loss. Middlebrooks with the tackle. 2nd down and 11.
I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe
at minimum. Yeah, at least back to the line on the replay, but
that's a terrible spot.
Well, whatever. Dots. Dots crushed, sacked by Baron Wendt. 3rd down and 16, and this drive is absolutely not going well for Albuquerque. They're going the wrong direction on both of those snaps.
Look, and he ended up blowing right by him right there. He just went unblocked, just blowing right. It's like, I don't know, the guard just didn't pay much attention to him for whatever reason. It was almost a free rush going right in there.
Third and 16, 4 receiver set. Put the guy in the slot. He's tiny. Morrison takes the check down, stayed in bounds, gets a lot of it, but knocked out 6 yards shy of the line to gain. See the slot receiver? he looked so small next to everybody else. I didn't catch the name, but I was like, who's the little fella out there?
They may have pulled him out of the stands.
Anybody get a punt taken back up to the 17-yard line? We've got an update from SFL Studios on the other game. Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Mike Daggs. Patrick Redlang, another draft prospect for Bossier City, the halfback. He's going to break a tackle, get a score. 7-0 Bossier City early in the first, and I know what you're going to be talking about after I send it back to you in Lexington.
see those pretty uniforms?
I sure did.
I bet you did.
I was thinking about
He
it.
was glowing. You could see the big old smile. I should go get some bomb pops. There's got to be some bomb pops somewhere in the Lexington Stadium. Our usual catering crew didn't come with us this time, though.
Very true. It's like a weekday. They have the weekdays off.
I guess.
This is like middle of the week. I guess Friday's a weekday too, but
Yeah.
but it's the beginning of the weekend, I would like to think.
Second down. And 6 turns into a 3rd and 3 after a short pickup by Coleman. See if they're able to convert this one. Saw 3rd and 15 converted on the previous drive, but then couldn't convert a 3rd and 10. Had to settle for 3 in a low-scoring game. That Chicago-Bossier City game also low-scoring. Only 1 touchdown in that one. See which game can score more points. And they get the first down, but there's a flag on the play. James just got enough. We'll check the laundry. They're going to call it clipping. It looks like it's blocking the back effectively, and that'll back Lexington up quite a bit.
I feel like that penalty came out really, really fast. I don't know where the block. I don't know. That's another call that it's.
I mean, it was a little push. Yeah, he even fell down.
Yeah, well, he pushed him into the guy he was tackling too. He pushed him right into him and still made the tackle.
Well,
but I don't know. Like
clearly
if you push him
somebody
and he goes down. I don't know. Was that or 11 again?
Someone didn't pay the refs. See, in Mexico City, we bribe the refs.
To a 10-2 record.
You do what you have to do to win the game. Deion James with a big pickup, but he will also be short of the line to gain, and Lexington will have to punt. Ron Henderson on to punt for the Miners. Iggy in the chat. Oh, is that what y'all do in Mexico City? Absolutely. We give them tacos. We give them bags of pesos. You name it.
It's true.
Push come to shove, we threaten their families.
What's the translation of a bag of pesos?
It's like $5.
$5.
It's not much, you know.
So they're cheap.
Yeah, it's like $5.
They're cheap.
Then, well, I mean, have you ever been to Mexico? Everything's cheap there. $5, and you can have a feast. Tacos are like 20 cents. Oh, that's right. You don't like tacos, you.
That's very true.
Weirdo.
I guess it's weird to most.
Dan Tritt's in the chat now. What's up, Dan Tritz? No rules south of the border, he says. He's not
very
wrong.
True.
Fellow Aztec Jacob Morrison to Dan Tritz is picking up 8 yards there. Morrison's had a good game except for that very costly fumble. They would have probably scored something on that drive.
Oh yeah, and that's the only blemish on the day for him, right? And that was the only drive that they had that was pretty significant, where they're able to move themselves down the ball, down the field. So, but they just dropped the ball.
2nd down and 8. Dots hands it off to 30. 30 gets.
Oh, I thought he had it right there.
Yeah, might see another look at that one because I thought he had enough.
Yeah, it was close, but it's 3rd and 1, and look, and they're not even going to worry about challenging it here because they know they have Morrison coming back in here, and he's in the backfield now. If you want to give anybody the ball at this stage, I mean, it would be him.
And they do. Breaks the tackle from behind the line of scrimmage, but can't quite get what he needed.
And he actually came through, broke a tackle. But then the other linebacker comes in there and grabs him and brings him to the ground, and it's 4th and inches. I would almost try to draw him off right here. Your defense is playing pretty good, right? And it's 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak. Could have just Ethan Flowers just could have snuck it in.
John Lakeman, the Lakeman, he appreciates nicknames. I mean, his nickname is basically his name with the word "the" in front of it.
Yeah.
But we did coin the Lake Man Shuffle phrase. Anyway, he brings up a fine point. How do you not like tacos?
Maybe I haven't had the right taco.
I've told you that like 800 times.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's it.
All right, we're having tacos.
I would agree. Maybe I haven't had the right.
Oh my goodness!
Wow, Deion James just murdered a man.
Yeah, he did. That's also something that we can kind of overlook south of the border too. We just take care of things. You know what I'm saying? 2-minute warning here in the first half. People are seriously going to wonder what we're doing to Mexico City after this game, but I'm here for it. Lexington 6, Albuquerque nothing. Lexington in control of the football.
Dondas, right? He's new to the SFLm, and he's got awakening like welcome to the SFL, and gets trucked by Deion James. Wow.
Yeah, that was awful. James takes the football again, dragging defenders with him. As he sets up a 3rd down and inches, clock will roll.
Well, and Deion James, actually, it seems like he's a lot bigger than, I guess, I don't know, a big guy is 6'2", 220. I guess that's a big guy, but he looks much bigger than that on the field.
Third and inches, they'll stick to the ground. Bottled up behind the line of scrimmage and going down. Tackled for no gain on the play. In fact, they'll even mark it with a short loss. 4th and 1, and I'm kind of surprised here, Gerald, that Albuquerque's not calling a timeout.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, hey, I would call a timeout right here to try and get it, because the punter here is not, it's not terrible, but they're not great either. You should get fairly favorable field position, and now you're losing probably close to 30 to 40 seconds on the clock, because they decided not to call a timeout at all. With 3, you don't get points for keeping them.
Punt taken back to the 34, and another fumble. That one is maintained, it looks like, by... Did Albuquerque keep that one? Maybe not. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Albuquerque picked that one back up.
It right up.
All right, there's a poll in the chat now. Are tacos good, yes or no? I'm going to go ahead and vote for the broadcast booth. Yes. Why? Because I was closer to the mouse.
Yeah, you're always closer to the mouse.
Listen,
And
it's already got 13 votes, and literally everybody says yes. You are alone.
I guess I am alone.
Everybody, please help me prove Gerald wrong. Clarence Lee with the catch, and now Albuquerque will go ahead and use that first timeout.
But here we are, right? And now they use it a timeout here. God, I just feel like they're going to run out of time, and they're not going to have enough time to actually pull the field goal unit on if they get within field goal range.
Dots throws that one to Morrison. Matt, good job by the defender wrapping him up at the line of scrimmage. And disturbing news in from league headquarters.
It's not disturbing.
No, it's.
I wish. Look, because
some of the worst news I've ever seen.
Why can't the league staff vote on whether they like tacos or not? They can cast that vote for me.
Yeah, Cameron Irvine, our commissioner and producer, says I don't eat tacos either. That's
Clarence Lee again.
It's very sad.
It's not sad.
Well, you two can enjoy gumbo together or something, I guess. I don't know. I'll eat tacos. Final timeout called by I don't know if I can even keep going. This is very disheartening news.
See, Damon gets it. Yeah, tacos are great, but I'm just used to eating gumbo.
Well, yeah, but you got to expand your palate, dude. Dots down to Morrison, up to the 40-yard line. 23 seconds, clock rolling. Yeah, I know. I am sad.
I eat broccoli now.
I don't think that's proper use of a lower third. I think
it's a great use.
I don't know. That's misappropriation of league assets. I think.
Okay.
See? Haddock says Mike's the sole sane man in the booth. Look at that. Unanimous. Dots up top. 30, trying to break a tackle. Can't do it.
Nah, they're not going to do it.
Nah, that's
and the time's going to run out anyway. Yep. Yeah,
clock
so
will expire here.
And they had no timeouts and everything else. And I don't know if that was a very good choice of play call there either.
Not the one I would have done, but I'm just up here in the booth. So Lexington wins the first half, 6-0 over Albuquerque. We'll head to the halftime stats and highlights. Gerald, your thoughts on the first half so far?
It's been all Lexington, right? It's still a low-scoring game. Albuquerque's defense is keeping them in it, right? Their offense has gotten down there close one time, and Morrison kind of fumbled it away. But they still have themselves in it, right? It's a one-score game, and Lexington isn't running away with it, right? They are moving the ball, but Albuquerque is stopping them when they need to make the stop. So it's still anybody's game right now. Lexington, it sputters a little bit. The Adams put up a touchdown, and who knows?
Parrish, the halftime player of the game, we'll head back down to the field, get the third quarter started.
I feel like we're missing something as part of the broadcast. It feels so not.
He'll be okay.
And those who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. I was looking forward to it. We can just recite it if we wanted. Look at that full-size Taylor Swift helmet. I mean, for all Swifties. I mean, Travis Kelce. That's how it starts out. Starts out with a bang,
Mm-hmm. Is that an O.J. Simpson? Look at this return. Parrish.
Wow.
Breaking tackles left and right, mainly right. He was going to the right. Gets up to the 31-yard line. And that is where they take over.
And Lexington has had an opportunity all game to put Albuquerque away, but they have been unable to do so. And it's credit to the Albuquerque defense, just keeping them at bay.
First down and 10 for the Miners. Ethan Flowers back out on the field. Two receivers left. Never mind. One left, one right.
We still got, they're left on the field.
There you go.
They're there.
Single back, short drop, quick pass,
pitch.
and that one is caught for an 8-yard pickup. He went with the catch. Got an update from Bossier City. Cameron Irvine, take it away.
How about this for your first game, Mike? Stephen Goodman, what a one-handed interception in his first SFLm game. We're tied at 7 in the second quarter, but huge shout-outs to the new rookie. Back to you.
Thank you, Cam. Nice run by Dion James, breaking tackles. He ain't breaking tackles. He ain't even get touched. Just breaking right through the hole there.
He just navigated his way through it and getting there. And look, and this is what they need to do, right? Get this run game going and get themselves in a situation to take over the game right now. Look, and them being able to get the ball, to start the second half, they can actually turn this into a 2-score game even with the field goal, but I'm sure they're looking to get themselves a touchdown.
First down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Oh, that one is intercepted by Albuquerque. Finally, a turnover goes their way as Maxwell Quimby gets the pick.
And that's the second interception by Ethan Flowers today that he's thrown. Very, very good play. This is another, young DB in coverage and peeking into the quarterback there, coming off of the man he's covering, seeing where the ball's thrown and making a break on it and coming away with it. They have really, really good starting position right now.
First down and 10 for the Adams as Roquan Dots leads his offense back out onto the field. He'll throw to get the second half started for Albuquerque. We saw one of these same plays the first half, Gerald. We saw him roll way out to the right, throw way back to the left. That time throwing a little bit more across the middle and finds Clarence Lee for the big game.
I almost feel like Dots is yelling, at least saying, come back, you too far down the field. This is where all the space is.
I don't throw that far.
But he's able to get it, and now this is what Albuquerque needed to get a big defensive turnover to try and swing that momentum back in their direction, because their defense has been playing a heck of a game.
Dots over the middle. Short pass completion to Gregory. Tyler Gregory, your 6'7", 258-pound tight end that was on the Louisiana roster this past season.
He is very much going to end up being a starter in this league. His progression has gone very, very well. He's going to be a stud. So somebody who's looking for a quality tight end, you need to pick that guy up.
Morrison unable to break that tackle as he gets absolutely leveled by Haddock. 3rd down and 6.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, look, this is where Albuquerque tends to kind of falter in a way, right? They get themselves right here, right on the edge of field goal range, and then they just kind of sputter out. They get caught in mud, as you know, as they say, and it just kind of dies out right here. This is a pretty big 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down and 6, definitely outside of field goal range here. Dots, deep drop under pressure, and he's sacked. I thought he might break through it, but not to be, as Iggy Turner gets into the backfield and brings him down for a 6-yard loss. Actually, even more than that.
Yeah, coming right off the edge right there, right? And he tried to roll out, and he couldn't just outrun him. And what it is, the speed of that outside linebacker right there on that tackle. The tackle couldn't keep up with him, just ran right by him, and now it's a sack. Well out of field goal range.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Forcing the punt.
This one will be punted away. The SFL convention's headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th to 14th, 2025. Join the SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor, and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. Gerald, my wife Kelly and I were at the Hyatt Regency in Baltimore this past weekend. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh! Fumbled, and he's going the wrong direction, Gerald. He had a clear shot at the end zone. He got so darn excited and confused. Oh, no, it was recovered by Lexington.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's confused.
Yeah, you are confused. I was like, this was a bit of a big opportunity for Albuquerque to pick it up.
Wow.
And get themselves in there, but look, very, very good awareness by the veteran in the SFLm, and now an SFL veteran being able to recognize it and pick it up.
I thought that was going to be a scoop and score, but it was the offense that recovered it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that was wild. 3rd down and 11. Anyway, the convention site, the hotel looks nice. The pool was closed, but that's okay. It was pretty cold out. But yeah, we've got some exciting things in the works. Found a nice field that's within walking distance to do our flag football game right up by the Inner Harbor. Boats will be in the background. It's going to be great. A nice pass over the middle up to the 35-yard line. That one's complete to Alexander West. And Lexington avoids disaster, keeps that drive going, and now moves the chains.
And as we seen on the graphic right at the start of this play right here, not only is Alexander West making a lot of good plays himself, but then you have, C.J. Parrish doing good things too. He's got almost 100 yards receiving on the day, and it's kind of weird considering that Lexington only has 6 points.
Deion James, who recovered that fumble, fumbles that one. And that time it is picked up by Albuquerque. Now I know what I'm doing, and so does Dustin Sakase as he gets the fumble recovery. It was knocked out by Sullivan Tyson. Sakase picks it up, and Albuquerque's offense back out on the field.
And let's see if they can make like the most of it here, right? Look, and they got a couple of new guys on the squad right here, right? Look, and they have a veteran in Jacob Morrison. Like run the ball, but they got Michael Goodman, and then they have a returning SFLm player in Clarence Lee and Tyler Gregory right there. So if you look in the pass, I mean, you got some quality players there.
Morrison trying to capitalize. He gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown Albuquerque. Oh, he started slow walking. Don't do that. Gets in the end zone, touchdown Adams, and they got it all tied up. Extra point pending. They will take the lead.
He just ran right out the middle. Very, very good blocking. And when you have your fullback blocking safeties 10 yards down the field right there, block 2 guys, put Morrison on his way to scoring a touchdown, and this can very well give them the lead. They took him 3 turnovers. The 3rd time was the charm on that 3rd turnover that they got. They're able to convert it into points. And now, if they can make this extra point, they've now taken the lead.
Beautiful run by Morrison. Extra point is up and good. Albuquerque has been struggling to even stay in this game. I mean, it took them all the way till midway through the 3rd quarter to score. There's been multiple turnovers. Some have gone their way, some not their way. Lexington not able to get touchdowns on their scoring drives, Gerald, and that's going to be, so far, obviously the difference in this one. They've had to settle for a couple of field goals, and now letting Albuquerque hang in it has cost them the lead.
Yeah, and look, and they got 3 of their drives that Lexington has resulted in the turnovers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Lexington right now is now losing, the turnover battle, 3 turnovers to 1. And if they don't turn the ball over, what happens?
Yeah, and turnovers are one thing. I mean, there's just been a lot of fumbles. I think there's been more fumbles in this one game than every game we called throughout the Major League season combined.
That was the 3rd.
Yeah.
The 2nd one lost collectively by both teams.
Crazy. We're gonna check. We gotta check that football, see if it's covered in chicken grease or something. Something going on down there. I don't know what's going on. Chris Slovic with the infamous.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Chicken grease? Oh, I still don't know. We even. Oh, look at that! I was almost picked off too. We even asked him to explain to us what that meant, and he did explain it, and I was still confused.
It still made absolutely no sense, but it made sense to him. So it was. I remember it because I think I was en route here to the booth to call a game, and I'm listening to it. And I had to clip
What are we betting on? Chicken grease?
And send it to you. I'm like, this is gold.
Oh, man. Flag on the play. Definitely some defensive pass interference. Ref might get this one right. Penalty is accepted, and you see another look at it here. Yeah, he definitely planted himself right in the way.
Yeah, you could have called it on Dondas or Berlin there right there, because both of them were there in contact with the wide receiver there.
Terrell Cooper in the chat now. Another former Mexico City Aztec. We're bringing him home someday. And I will get that done. One way or another. Coop's coming back. He might not know it yet, but
I think he's got an idea now.
Hey, he might have a clue. Flowers down the left sideline. Parrish off to the races. One man to beat. Can he do it? No. Knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line by Sullivan Tyson, but a huge pickup for Parrish.
And this very likely puts Parrish, near 150 yards receiving. There's 145 yards right there, and that reception of 49 yards. And I thought he was going to hit him with a spin move right there, but he's found himself wide open. He's wreaking havoc in the Albuquerque secondary because he is a wide receiver that they're having trouble stopping this evening.
First down and goal. Looking to reclaim the lead. Short drop, quick pass. And I don't really know what exactly happened there.
I don't know what Flowers was doing. That was too quick, and it bounced off.
Well, his receiver was like doing the head, shoulders, knees, and toes dance, I think.
And it was.
And he was currently on toes, which is
hit him.
I don't know.
Hit him in the back of the neck while he's bending down, facing where the ball's coming from.
That was. It was something. Second and goal. I formation. Hand it off to James as he makes a man pay the price for getting in his way. Touchdown Lexington, and the murders continue. James is a wanted man.
Quimby, somebody go check his pulse, because he just got murdered right there. And look, and you can see right on the edge too, there was 2 pancake blocks, and Deion James says, I can't be left out. I want one of my own. And trucks the man to retake the lead. Wow.
That looked painful.
It was.
Rest in peace, Quimby. Extra point is good. 4 plays, 60 yards, 42 seconds to reclaim the lead. That that drive set up by a big pass, big gain by C.J. Parrish. Touchdown saving tackle by Sullivan Tyson of Albuquerque, but Deion James had other plans. He looked like a truck. I mean, it's obviously called trucking the defender, but he looked like a literal truck just ran into Quimby.
See, look, if you look at his measurables, right? He's 6'2", 220 pounds. There's tons of players in the league that have that. But for some reason, right now, the way he's playing a lot physically, a lot bigger than what his size is, and he even looks much bigger than anyone else on the field. And he's showing it too. Done truck like 3 guys. He just got to, he probably puts body bags in his gear he brings to the field.
Damon Simeon says, in the words of the late John Madden, "Where'd that truck come from? I missed an opportunity. I could have done that in a Madden voice."
I thought you was
boom! There's a guy that ran him over. You see, he took the ball and he just ran him over. Boom! Oh, this guy's breaking tackles, Pat.
I'll stop. 2nd down and 8.
Where'd that truck come from? Boom!
All right, back to it.
Morrison isn't quite trucking people, but he's actually getting.
No, he's not known for his trucking abilities. He's a little bit more of a speed and finesse sort of guy. Look at those stats though. 11 carries, 91 yards, averaging 8 yards a carry. He's got a touchdown. He had that one big run. He's doing pretty good himself. So his backup gets a carry, picking up the 1st down. Haddock with the tackle.
Yeah, and as long as they're able to move the chains, right, when they got to spell Morrison right, when he needs a little bit of a breather, coming in and your backup is being serviceable and getting positive yards, it's always good because they need to move, because the way Lexington answered after they scored was like, yeah, well, we got to regain the lead and show you that we're just toying with you. It seems like.
Oh wow, and under pressure all night long, Roquan Dots sacked once again. And he's just been running for his life.
Yeah, he just came around the side on the edge, and like he's just too fast for that right tackle right there to even. Right tackle couldn't even get a hand on him. And about time he got to the back of his drop, the linebacker was right on top of him.
2nd down and 15. Dots throws down the left side, throwing Dots as that one's complete to Michael Goodman. Michael Goodman, a new SFL minor league player, 6'4", 210-pound receiver, making a big catch there to keep this drive going for Albuquerque.
Yeah, look, and he skied up and get it. I got a question. I wonder if this is the former coach of Denver, Michael Goodman, who is just returning and decided, hey, I want to be a player now instead of a coach.
The world wants to know. I don't have an answer for you.
I want to know.
Sure.
The one-time Denver coach.
30, making moves, getting 10 yards, getting the 1st down.
Look, and that's what he did. He's got 10 yards right there after that big play on offense right there. And look, and I like the way the fullback's getting way down the field. That just tells me that the offensive line is doing their job. The fullback is able to run clear and get blocks down the field. When you have your fullback blocking safeties, that's a very good thing.
2 receivers out to the right, empty to the left. High formation in the backfield. Dots under center. Short drop for Dots. He's going to take it himself. You've been asking for him to run all night, Gerald. He finally does it there.
And he does it in the worst spot. He runs right up the middle. Like when you have space on the edge, that's when you're really expected to run.
Morrison alone in the backfield now. 2nd down and 8. Never mind. There's fullback 2. I just couldn't see. 3 receiver set. Dots to throw. Throws a quick one over the middle. Connects to Tyler Gregory all the way down to the 2. Yeah, Gregory, like you said, Gerald, with how he's progressed on the Revs roster. I know he definitely was not your starting tight end, but worked his way up. Plus, he's just got the build. 6'7", 258 pounds. Definitely a quality tight end who's only going to continue to get better.
Right, and I do believe, right, if he's able to have that starting spot, because his progression is done good, right? He's worked on his build and everything else, right? Worked on everything he can possibly do to get himself better. I do think he's going to have a breakout season, and people will know the name.
Dots puts a man in motion. 1st and goal from the 1.5. Dots quick pass, touchdown, Tyler Gregory. Make a name for yourself, young man.
Yeah, and look, he got you down there right there, pulling in and fighting down to the 1.5 yard line. What do? You give him a nice tight end slant right over the middle, find himself wide open, so his team can potentially retake the lead.
Ties it back up. Extra point will put them back out in front. Minute 13 to go in the third quarter. Plenty of football left. Extra point is good. Albuquerque reclaims the lead. The 23rd edition of the SFL playoffs continue next Monday and Tuesday, Gerald, of all nights, with a pair of doubleheaders at 8:15 and 10 p.m. Eastern, kicking off Monday night with Baltimore and Minnesota. You can catch all the action here on SFL YouTube all postseason long. Kick return up. Oh, and another fumble.
Oh, and Albuquerque has it.
Yep, Albuquerque recovers that one, and bad goes to worse for Lexington. That ball is definitely covered in some sort of chicken grease.
That was a hit right there. I couldn't see the name or anything like that, but good. Good.
I saw some
58.
I mean, I don't know. The Lake Man's posting all sorts of pictures of popcorn. I saw somebody else talking about, like, Deion James is eating popcorn at halftime, so maybe it's butter. He's got the butterfingers, literal butterfingers. I don't know. Minute 8 to go in the third quarter. Dots back to pass. Trying to go for it all right now. Goes up top, gets it out to Michael Goodman. First down and 10. Update from Chicago Bossier City. The Steamers out in front 28-10. Just about halftime in that game. Another developmental team player, Michaela Forker, she got a pick 6 for the Steamers in the final minute right before the break. Bossier City in control of that one. Much closer game here, 14-13 Albuquerque over Lexington. Adams in control of the football.
Man, they got themselves in a really, really good position to start putting more points on the board.
Pass, end zone, touchdown Gregory. He double dips and gives his team a bigger lead.
Yeah, look, in about a span of about 2 minutes, he puts up one touchdown and actually comes back and gets another one after his special teams unit gives them the ball back, and they're just chucking it downfield, and Roquan Dots is throwing dots to all his receivers now. That's such a slow build-up to get to this point, but it seemed like, the second half, they've actually made some second-half adjustments and is getting themselves in a situation. They have now scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter alone.
Extra point try coming up. It's up. It's good. 21-13. And for most of this game, Gerald, all the way down until halfway through this third quarter, it was 6-0 Lexington. How quickly the score can change. Terrell Cooper in the chat said this game got crazy. Sure did. Second half of the third quarter has been absolutely crazy.
It's been something different too, because they've actually kind of put it on.
Nice return, but see, he's had some nice returns, but that's also been the concern. It hasn't been all Olette, but when you're making some of these shifty moves on the return and you've got all these big guys flying at you, one of them hits you while you're starting to juke or spin, that ball's going flying, and that's what we've been seeing. Although I've also seen, Casper Haddock said in the chat, butter on everyone's gloves, which really begs the question, why were they eating the popcorn with their gloves on? Like, it's halftime. Take the gloves off.
Maybe
eat your popcorn.
Or maybe some may think it's sanitary. They're protecting the hands in a world where everybody wears gloves.
They're not food safety gloves. They're football gloves, man.
That's why Jacob Morrison doesn't wear any.
You don't need gloves. Deion James with the TFL. Well, he was TFL'd, lost a 2 on that carry, second down.
Maybe they mixed up the Stickum bucket with the butter bucket.
Let's just dipping their hands in butter. This will help us. No, not so much.
The Stickums in the other bucket.
Yeah, it's the one with the gray lid, not the black lid. Pass up top. That one's nearly picked off. I'm not even 100% sure who that was going to, but Sakasi had his hands on it. 1 second to go here in quarter 3.
I would only assume it was going for C.J. Parrish, but I don't even think he realized the ball was even going to him, and the defender was already in the mode of trying to pick. I don't know who it was going to. This is a big third down for Lexington.
Absolutely. Flowers cannot convert. It'll be 4th down to start the fourth quarter. Tried to get it to Alexander West, couldn't connect. So, wow, how things have changed. It was 6-0 Lexington. Now it's 21-13. Albuquerque out in front. You're watching Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. 3 quarters down, 10 minutes remains here from Lexington. As Lexington's going to have to punt it back away to Albuquerque. And Albuquerque, with their 8-point lead, Gerald, still a one-score game, but now they'll have an opportunity here with momentum on their side to try to make this a 2-score lead and start to run away with it. No pun intended. Swole Adventure says Dots just had to get warmed up. Maybe he just needed a halftime snack. He had that popcorn, and he washed his hands. That's what he did. He washed his hands.
He doesn't have gloves. It's like all the guys who have gloves is doing it. He doesn't wear any gloves.
So the gloves are tainted.
I think so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Dots up top. And yeah, he's looking like a whole different guy here in the second half. Clarence Lee with the catch. Quick pass results in a first down.
Another guy who doesn't have gloves comes up with a catch. Might I add?
I think you're onto something here. You're either on to something or you're on something. But we'll go maybe a little of each. What happens in the booth stays in the booth. But it actually doesn't. We broadcast it out on the air and then get held accountable.
Very much so.
I'm sure I'm going to hear from somebody about saying that Mexico City bribes the refs and, threatens and intimidates families. That can't be
we don't
authorized.
We don't really know what really happens, right?
I might just be making
Maybe I could have bribed the refs a couple of times. Maybe we wouldn't have ended 6-6.
That's what I'm saying. It's not about who you know. It's about who you pay off. Morrison 3 yards away from 100. So he gets a breather on that one. 3rd down and 130, looking a little bit slower that time. Morrison back out on the field for the 3rd and 1.
And this is an important down right here too. Like I think there's 2 different things happening here, right? It's like them stopping, Lexington stopping them to try and regain the momentum, and you have Albuquerque who can actually are looking to further put this game away because they have an 8-point lead right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Morrison easily picks that first down up.
He's probably got 100 yards on the day now.
He does now, yeah, because he was only 3 yards. There you go, 102. Right on cue. Thanks, graphics guy. First down from the 44-yard line. Dots back to throw. Goes deep down the right sideline again, and once again Tyler Gregory with the catch. He's on fire tonight too.
It's just everybody. It's like Dots has just found his groove, and he's in such a rhythm right now that he just can't miss. And when he throws a little bit off, even like right here, right where Tyler Gregory has to make an adjustment mid pass in the air, it's working.
First down and 10 from the 21.
Gregory 3 touchdowns.
Hat-trick, touchdown, Albuquerque, 2-score lead, and he's dancing, and why not? He should be.
Look,
what a game for Tyler Gregory.
And he's showcasing his skills and how much better he is improved right here in the minors, right? This is going to be a guy that somebody's going to be looking up to grab right now in free agency, just off this game alone. He's got 3 touchdowns, probably approaching somewhere close to 100 yards receiving at this point from the tight end position. And now he's got 3 touchdowns in the last 4 touchdowns that they have.
Extra point is up and good. 28-13. Wow, what a turnaround for Albuquerque. I mean, to start the game off, Gerald, in the first half, I was starting to wonder if, they had the talent on this roster to compete against Lexington and even hang in this one. But not only have they proven they can hang in it, now it looks like, Lexington's going to have to figure out a way to stop them because they're on absolute fire right now.
See, and the good thing about the SFL, right? For names that a lot of people don't know, right? Hey, they made rosters, right, at some point and were drafted to teams. This, like a guy like Tyler Gregory, right? He was our 3rd tight end on our depth chart, right? Because he wasn't quite ready. He wasn't prepared for, like the big stage yet. Now, we know right here, coming into the minor leagues, no one really, I'm sure not many knew who Tyler Gregory was outside of the Albuquerque Adams. And guess what's happening? He has such a breakout game right now. And I was talking about he's going to have a breakout SFL season, but he's doing it right here in just one game with 3 touchdowns.
Sure is. Yep. Returning dev team player. He was on the developmental team earlier on. Unlike teammate Jacob Morrison, who's joining the Adams here halfway through this minor league season. Gregory able to showcase his talents earlier on, but yeah, to your point, not a household name,
Right.
and boy, I think he's proven that that's going to change. 3 touchdowns, and I can't wait to see his yardage total too. He's got to be getting some big yards. He's had some big catches.
Yeah. So, and this is the thing, and look, and I think even at home right now, Lexington's sitting at, in the second half of season 9, that they're sitting there at 5-1, and they're wondering, hey, what's going on? Albuquerque on paper, right? You look at their record, they're 2-4. Not many people are thinking much of them. But here they are. They're making moves now.
Yeah, Parrish making moves too. He's getting things done. I would assume he's got over 100 yards on the day now. If anyone's going to get the Miners back into this one, it would be, there's his yards total. Again, right on cue.
Yeah.
This graphics guy is on point.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like we're willing it into existence.
Oh, he can't stop. Look at it. He's like, I know I just showed you the yardage, but I'm going to do it again. 161 yards on the day for Parrish, and him and Flowers are going to have to keep on connecting. Down 2 touchdowns in this one, 6:15 to go, clock rolling.
Yeah, and Flowers is going to have to watch where he throws the ball, right? We already know he has 3 picks on the day, or 2 or 3 picks on the day, and that was almost another one.
Yeah, absolutely. As Bamsler jumps right in front of that one. Can't haul it in, second down.
So what maybe some of the newer folks to the league don't matter, Albuquerque is somewhat of a dynasty in the minor leagues. They got multiple minor league championships. They've had undefeated seasons and all these other things. They and that core group who had this team together, who coached it back then, is still the same group who is doing it now. So they're no stranger to being successful, especially their defense has always been excellent in what they're able to do. So it's these guys know how to win, especially when you have the talent to go along with it.
Flowers, 13 of 29, 232 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Graphics guy helping us out there as well. We weren't sure if it was 2 or 3.
Right.
Quick pass down to the bottom, getting it out to Parrish. Moving the chains, that's important. I think sometimes you want to go for the big play, especially when you're down a couple scores. The time's not on your side. You want to score quick, but sometimes you just got to move the sticks.
And it seems like C.J. Parrish is just still and say, we're moving too slow. You need to send me routes down the field. I can get us that chunk yardage if we need it.
Short run that time, and in that case, I would agree. You hand the ball off. You only gain 2 yards, and it's like, all right, that's fun, but we need more than that.
We haven't really seen since he murdered, Quimby scoring a touchdown has been Deion James.
He might be talking to the police. I mean, Jimmy went. He killed a guy. Second time in the game, he murdered a man in public sight. End zone pass incomplete to Parrish. It was a yard shy of the goal line, but if he had caught that one, I think he would have gotten in. But nice.
Parrish had it too. That was an opportunity to cut it right there and actually to, not waste any more time. That was an opportunity to, prevent, something crazy from happening. Like, Albuquerque causing another turnover or something like that.
Yeah. They got to be careful not to turn the ball over down here.
And this is where your veterans and your wide receiver core can actually come in handy, right? Which you have C.J. Parrish and Alexander West right here.
Over the middle, that one's almost picked off. Sakasi, who picked one off earlier, if I remember correctly. I know he at least recovered a fumble. Nearly took that one away. 3rd down and 10.
That could have ended him.
The interview with the police is complete. Deion James back out on the field. Charges pending.
He said it released him on his own recognizance.
I guess we might be on appearance ticket. I'm not sure. I don't have the particulars. I just know he's back out on the field. Flowers throws end zone into triple coverage, and that one's incomplete. 4th down and 10. 4.5 to go. What do you? Field goal really doesn't do you any good.
It doesn't do you any good at all. So if they have to go for it. Down 2 scores. 4 minutes left, and the way Albuquerque's been moving, and it looked like they have Ethan Flowers in there now. So they have to pick it up. And I'm surprised right here, right? Look, even in that way, you want to throw it down the field and actually get there, but you haven't used Deion James since then. He can't have any more murders on his record.
James in the chat says it's okay. They let go of the murder charge. I'm back. So glad to see him avoid penalties. And Flowers on 4th down, end zone. Back in the end zone. That one's incomplete. Stepped out of bounds. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
West, get
keep those feet in bounds, young man.
Toe drag swag, my friend.
He had one foot in, but not the second. And you got to have both in the back of the end zone like that. They're going to challenge it though, so maybe I'm talking crazy. I don't know. Let's get another look.
That
pretty sure you
got
it. Pretty sure you got to have both feet in for the touchdown on the back goal line.
I don't even think he even had one.
I think he had the one.
I don't think he had one.
What are we betting?
On chicken grease.
Are we betting on chicken grease? The chicken grease is on the football. It's either that or butter.
He's out of bounds.
Maybe you only need one. I don't know. We'll see what the play stands as called. So turnover on downs. And not only is turnover on downs, but almost more costly, Lexington loses the timeout.
And it's huge because, they're going to have to make a quick turnaround right here because Albuquerque is going to be in no rush to snap the ball on a running clock at all, right? I think they're going to get a heavy dose of Morrison, who we already know that's got over 100 yards on the day. So that's where it's going to be.
So Albuquerque from their own 12-yard line hands it off to Morrison. Spins. Picks up 4. The SFLm Season 9 continues next Friday, November 8th, with new commissioner Alexander West in studio, headlined by a rematch of the top 2 teams from last season, the Lexington Miners and the Nashville Tenpo. At 6:45 p.m. Eastern, push Bossier City and Pittsburgh, San Jose and Chicago, and Philadelphia, Albuquerque. You can see the stars of tomorrow, Friday, November 8th, on SFL YouTube. Roquan Dots doing me a solid. Wait until I was done with that read before he snapped the ball.
Sure.
They're down in it.
Were you in his helmet? Is that what we're working on?
Yeah, we
have
we got a connection. Yep. See, it's a special perk of the minor league equipment. We have a direct connection to both of the quarterbacks' helmets, so we actually can send information back and forth. I'm making all this up. I mean, I have no idea what I'm even saying. 3rd and inches. It's like 3rd and half an inch, I think.
It's like over the blue.
The lines.
The blue mark. It's weird.
The blue and yellow lines are 1. Morrison picks that up easy, breaking through some tackles as he goes. Decides to roll over the defender for good measure. Gets the first down. The clock will continue to roll.
I can't help but think I'm looking at like Lexington, right? One of the better Lexington minor players, as we know, which I think should win Defensive Player of the Season, is the Boogeyman. I'm sitting looking, I'm like, they could really use the Boogeyman right now on the squad to be able to slow down this run game right here that they actually got rolling, because they're just going to chew away the clock.
Yeah, Mr. Roberto does not quite qualify for dev team status.
No, he's a very, very seasoned
He's
veteran.
very dev'd. Yeah. Some might even say he's swole. Perhaps he's gone on some of those adventures.
Maybe that's why he's as good as he is now.
Yeah.
Traveling with Swole on his adventures.
2nd down and 8. One of these days we're getting fired.
Yeah, I think so.
Today's not that day.
It's imminent.
It might be that day. I don't really know. I don't have much of a say in the matter. But guess there's only one way to find out, and that is in the booth.
I'm here until I'm not. That's the way.
Nah, you're fired. Now I'm not. We'll be back next week. 2 minutes to go here in this one. Albuquerque looks like they're going to walk away with this one. Lexington can't do much to stop them now. Only 2 timeouts left, and 2 minutes to go. Is Albuquerque, the halftime adjustments that they made, kudos to that squad as they were able to start getting Morrison more involved. Roquan Dots just came out like a man possessed. And speaking of a man possessed, Gerald, Tyler Gregory made a name for himself tonight. SFL teams, if they haven't contacted him yet, they're going to be. As that's a guy that can make a big impact on any team's squad.
Right, especially some of these younger squads, right? So we had a lot of squads out there that didn't have quite like the full roster that they wanted, right? I know Atlanta was a little bit short on their guys as well, right? Not sure if they were looking for a tight end, but hey, there's there's one here that I'm sure it's going to make a huge impact on a team somewhere in whatever capacity, because I do think that he is going to have a breakout season with whatever team he actually goes, especially if it's in a starting role. Oh, my God.
Morrison bouncing off tacklers, picking up the first down. Lexington will burn their second time out. Yeah, well, they can't run the clock out completely yet. There's still one timeout left. Oh, wait, no, there's no timeouts left. That was their last time.
Yeah, that was their last time out, and then we know they're going to kneel it. And it's just.
I thought they had one left, so yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's what, 35-second clock, 40-second clock.
No, you're right.
I don't know.
If there's 2 minutes and no timeouts and a fresh set of downs, you can run it out. I thought they had one left, but yeah, Albuquerque second half adjustments, Gerald, really made the difference in this one.
Yeah, and what they did, they came out and they dominated. They went down and scored and showed that, hey, look, and they probably went in half, said, hey, look, we know Morrison's doing good things for us, right? We know can do good things from what he the way he's worked on his game, with Mexico City during the pro season.
Yeah.
And he's coming here. We know we have him here, but we also have some good young talent on, our offensive side with Tyler Gregory, who just showed that, hey, if you feed me, I'm going to give you some results. And that's exactly what happened, because what happened was you had Jacob Morrison run down, then you had 3 back-to-back touchdowns, all caught by Tyler Gregory, thrown from Roquan dots.
Albuquerque will advance to 3-4 on the season. Lexington will fall to 5-2, and it'll be interesting to see how the remainder of this minor league season plays out with the new players that have landed on some of these rosters, like Morrison. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, being the Mexico City number 2 running back, number 1 here on Albuquerque's squad. Somebody of Jacob Morrison's talent, along with Tyler Gregory's talent, the 2 of these guys on this roster are going. Listen, they have a losing record right now. They still will after this win. They ain't gonna have a losing record at the end of the season if they keep playing like this.
No, because they actually have the talent, and then they have the pedigree of coaching, from a minor league standpoint, that can get them over the edge and get them where they need to be. So we could very well see them back in the playoffs and being as dominant as they ever been in the minor leagues.
Yeah, 3 championships on their resume, and they could definitely compete for a 4th. Triple zeros on the clock. 28-13 is the final here from Lexington. Albuquerque getting the win after storming back here in the second half, and absolutely getting it done, as we'll take a final look at the stats here. 336 total yards, 151 of them on the ground, and even some points off turnovers, Gerald. They had 7 points off turnovers to 3 for Lexington. Morrison, 128 yards, had a 43-yarder touchdown on the day. And, C.J. Parrish with 168, but was not able to get it done, with that stat line for Lexington.
Tyler Gregory, 6 catches, 88 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Look, and what a guy, right, who actually, was with us in Louisiana for, 2 seasons. Understood that, hey, look, we need to work on your build and get you up and everything else. And he's actually done that, and he paid his dues and got himself in a situation to be successful. And in this first game of the second half of the season, it proves that he's worked on his game, and that those who are looking for a tight end, I think they may have found one. He's going to be a free agent, right? So he's going to be a huge, huge sign for anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the minor league is a great opportunity for players to get their draft prospects, their draft status up, I should say, but also free agents like Mr. Gregory showcasing their talents. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. Albuquerque wins at 28-13. For Gerald Smith, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who's always with me in spirit, I'm Mike Dykes. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, be kind to one another. Always choose happy, and have a great